Your 2025 NFL Super Bowl winners are the Philadelphia Eagles. Just great domination out the gate. Let's get straight into the recap, waste no time. The first quarter start, and the rest was already off to a hot start. I mean, it was two bad calls in the first quarter on both sides, but it didn't end up mattering in the end. Jalen Hurts, Jahan Dotson had a nice 27-yard catch. Ended up landing at the one, wasn't able to get the touchdown. So tush push to get Jalen Hurts a touchdown. The Eagles went up 7-0, and the Eagles defense, they was getting heavy pressure all night, like from everywhere. Like the entire team did their thing defensively. And then it was 7-0 heading into the second quarter. The first quarter, it was just the Eagles touchdown. Wasn't much happening. The Chiefs had punted multiple times in that first quarter. Then you get to the second quarter, Jalen Hurts started off with an interception, but then the Chiefs went 3 and out, so they wasn't doing nothing with it. And then the story of the game was really for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, he finished with only 57 yards. He wasn't able to get going. But the Eagles, they had a 4th and 3. They decided to settle for a field goal to go up 10-0. And in all Mahomes' Super Bowls that he trailed 10-0, he ended up winning. But in this game, Mahomes took a lot of sacks, had multiple interceptions, just couldn't get anything going. Cooper DeJean had he had a pick six to put the Eagles up 17-0. Then following that, Mahomes took a third sack of the game by running into his lineman. Then the Chiefs had to punt again. Then Barkley had like 1 or 2 decent runs in this game. Like I said, he only finished with 57 yards. The Chiefs defense did a good job locking him down. But A.J. Brown, he was able to get going with Trent McDuffie being on him. He was able to get going early. He was able to get a touchdown. Philly went up 24-0 heading into halftime. DeAndre Hopkins had a crucial drop. His drop when they could and that would have been so wide open for him to get a touchdown. It would have gave the Chiefs 7 points, maybe 8 if they went for 2. But he definitely had a chance to get the Chiefs a touchdown, and he wasn't able to get it. So then the second half starts. Mahomes takes back-to-back sacks. Then the Chiefs have to punt again. Then Hurts, he had 2 back-to-back runs. Well, it wasn't back-to-back, but he had 2 runs on that possession to open it up. And then Chris Jones, he also went down a bit. Like Chris Jones was banged up. So shout out to him being able to finish the game. He had a pretty good game. Wasn't as effective as he could be, obviously dealing with the injuries, but he still tried to fight through it and play. But the Eagles took a 27-0 lead. Travis Kelce didn't catch the ball until late in the third quarter. Then it was a 3rd and 5, and Avonte Maddox, he knocked the ball away from DeAndre Hopkins. Then the Eagles, they'll go down the field. Devontae Smith scored a 46-yard touchdown to put the Eagles up 34-0. Then Worthy was able to get a touchdown to make it a 34-6 game because they weren't able to get the 2-point conversion. So it was they were finally able to get on the boards. Mahomes has never been shut out through 3 quarters, and it stayed that way. He was able to get a touchdown. But the Eagles just kept dominating. The Eagles went up 40-6 at one point, and then that was pretty much the game. Like, there was no chance of them coming back. DeAndre Hopkins did get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And then Xavier Worthy had a 50-yard touchdown. And the 2-point try was good and made it 22-40. But at this point, Mahomes was stat padding. There was really no reason for him to still be in the game. Mahomes finished 21 of 32 for 257 yards, had 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But 2 of those touchdowns came late when the game was already over. Like, he didn't play as good as the stats suggest, and he took about 6 or 7 sacks in this game. So our defense had a really good showing, like I said. Then Mahomes, he had 25 rushing yards. The other 3 running backs had 24 rushing yards combined. So the Eagles defense, like I said, they came out to play and they had a dominating performance, winning 40-22. And a lot of people expect this to be a close game. Xavier Worthy, 157 yards, 8 receptions, 2 touchdowns. That's a great debut, being in the Super Bowl in your rookie year. So phenomenal game. He's definitely going to be a star. Jalen Hurts, 17-22, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 11 carries, 72 yards, and 1 touchdown. He had the interception early on, but he was able to recover from it and had a really great game. He played amazing in the Super Bowl and led the Eagles to a win. And he still didn't throw for over 245 yards. He didn't throw for over 250 yards, which seems to be a curse in the playoffs when he goes for over 250. But amazing game by Hurts. Devontae Smith, 4 catches, 69 yards and a touchdown. And the Eagles are your Super Bowl winners for 2025. Yeah, that's from, like I said, a dominating defensive performance. I'm happy that the Eagles won. I'm excited. I'm exhilarated. I'm talking my stuff all week. But leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. A comment if y'all enjoy it. Did you not? And let me know why. The Chiefs repeat is not happening. The last repeat to happen in football was before the Super Bowl era. But that's going to cap it off for this video. Fly, Eagles, fly.